Crowdspring is all about choice. If you want a logo created, arguably the single biggest decision you're going to make in the history of a young company, then you might get, in the traditional model, what, 2 choices? And that's unacceptable. I don't want 2 choices.
I want 50 choices.
I want 100 choices. I want so many choices that a Chinese menu has. I want so many choices you have to number them. And in a few areas of the creative industry, we're starting to see some of that.
So iStock Photo revolutionized photography with choice. Creatives around the world submit their ideas, and users can choose from countless options. And Threadless has choice too. It's an open call for designs. Creatives around the world submit ideas, and you pick the one you like. And really, we're the same. In fact, we're the Threadless of everything else. An open call for submissions is posted, creatives around the world submit ideas, and one is chosen. The difference is that on Crowdspring, anyone can post the open call. So how does it work? You post a project, creatives around the world submit actual ideas for you to choose from, and you pick the one you like. That's it.
Now, you could go to another site and post your project, and you'll receive bids, you'll look through portfolios, and you'll pick someone, and then you'll cross your fingers, and you'll wait. We provide real choice. And for the 500,000 new businesses that are started in the United States every year, that's revolutionary. In fact, we offer tools and features that no one else does. We're the first to step up to the plate and address intellectual property for both buyers and creatives. Every project on Crowdspring is protected by legal agreement. We also take care of the money. It can be very daunting for startups to deal with money and payment. And with creatives in 140 different countries, we take care of both money and payment to them anywhere in the world, from start to finish. We also provide very powerful tools for both buyers and creatives to manage their projects and participate in our community. Profiles, portfolios, user reputations. And lastly, we don't just talk about choice, we guarantee it. 25 entries or you walk. That's our promise to every single buyer.
So right now we're focused on graphic and web design, but soon we'll be rolling out new channels. Copywriting, audio and music, video and motion graphics, these are all coming up. Now, how do we make money? Our revenue model, it's silly simple. People come to the site, they pay us, we post our project. And we found the model's fared pretty well over time. People pay you and you do something. And we're crafty. We figured out a way to get the banks to pay us. So we receive payment at the start of every project, and we hold the funds in escrow until it's complete. So if you imagine if eBay did this, you can begin to see the potential for the interest that can be earned. Looking a little ahead, we'll also earn commissions and fees and gain market traction by partnering with other companies.
Imagine you've just received your new logo. You love the logo. What do you do with it? I'll tell you what you can do. You could put it on a t-shirt or a coffee mug or a hat to hand out to all your friends. And you'll definitely want a printer to make some letterheads and business cards to hand out. Some of these partners will also send us jobs. Major brands that are looking to engage their customers, agencies that are looking to tap into global creativity, and small design firms looking to fill a need on a current project. Or maybe it's companies looking to reach a global creative community.
So now, why do we think we can pull this off? Well, Ross is a lawyer with 13 years experience. He's helped companies from the Fortune 100 to startups like us in intellectual property disputes around the world. I'm a filmmaker. I have over 20 years experience in the creative industry. I've worked for every major Hollywood studio, every TV network, and made lots of films and shows you've probably heard of. Between us, we have decades of experience managing complex projects and large teams of people. We came here, we're looking to partner with some of the great companies we've seen today. And while we're fortunate to be privately funded so far, we're also looking to explore our options on future rounds. Our model very conservatively assumes a high churn rate on both the buy side and the provide side. We assume that the average buyer is going to come in, they're going to do 2 or 3 projects. They're a small business. Remember, they're going to get their logo, they're going to get their stationery, they might get their homepage, and then they got what they need and they're going to disappear for who knows how long until they need to refresh it. On the buy side, on the provide side, you're going to see a lot of young people. You're going to see students. You're going to see non-traditional kind of creatives. They're also going to come in. They're going to hone their craft. They're going to practice their skills. They're going to look for clients that they can take offline, and they're going to disappear. The second part of the answer is, why would you do anything else? So, you need a new logo. You come to Crowdspring and you source it. You get your logo, you love it. Now you need your stationery. Now you can hire that same designer offline. You can now have a relationship. And that designer in the traditional model might give you 2 or 3 concepts from which to choose on your stationery. But wouldn't you rather come to Crowdspring, post another project for your stationery, be sure to invite that particular designer who you know you already love to participate in that project, and have not only that designer's concepts, but the other 40 designers too.
And remember, 500,000 new businesses in the U.S. every year, millions worldwide. Half our business is coming from overseas. This cycle starts over every month.
Every month, not every year. 500,000.
Sorry, every month, yes.
Every
We have legal contracts that we dynamically generate for the parties that are active on the site. So a buyer and a creative, once they finally meet, the buyer picks their logo or their website. We generate a dynamic legal contract that takes into account the location of the buyer, the location of the creative, and the terms of their agreement. Those agreements are very specific, and our user agreement is specific. The creative owns the intellectual property to everything they create until they get paid by the buyer, period. There are no exceptions to that. We monitor that. We offer easy tools for people to report violations. A few have. We act on that very quickly. We take that very seriously. We offer those tools on every single page that we have. And ultimately, the community polices it. The community does an excellent job. We've built a great community in a very short amount of time of helping us monitor. We absolutely do monitor to make sure that a buyer doesn't just take something, or somebody else off-site doesn't just take something and use it for their business without paying the creative. This happens all the time in the real world. We can't stop it. No one can stop it, but we've put in tools in place that other people have not, and we're very vigilant together with our community to make sure that we minimize, and to the extent that we can, eliminate it happening on Crowdspring. This is digital work after all, and everybody from movie studios to record companies has had the same problem with this content. We can't solve the problem, but we think we have a very good start to try to lower the size of the market is actually in the billions. It's in the hundreds of billions of dollars worldwide. Every single company here today is talking about branding. This is the first thing that a company thinks about when they start it. And one of the things we've tried to work in, and I think that's a very fair point, we've tried to work in a system that protects both sides. So we don't want creatives spending 20 hours on a project when they have a smaller chance of being the winner. So we've layered those projects in such a way that when a buyer, let's say, posts a logo design project, the creative does not give the buyer the finished logo design. They give them a concept sketch. When that creative's work is finished, we have a full project management module where the two parties work together and transact, and the final files are given, the layered PSD files and so forth. So we try, and when we get into audio and video, we will do the same thing. We try to find a way to compress the amount of effort the creative needs to extend to show the buyer the quality of the work. And make it easy for the buyer to pick. We all know what we like when we shop for television sets, when we shop for mascara, when we shop for anything except for services. We think this is a great way to give tangibility to services.
One of our assumptions about our key audience on the buy side is that they're relatively unsophisticated, both in the world of technology and in the world of design. So buyer education is incumbent upon us to provide, and we're trying to provide rich materials for them. We have tools that we're going to roll out that will help them create their brief to give the kind of description that designers need to get going. And what's really important is that virtuous cycle that you touched on, that iterative process of comment and revision, more comment, more revision, new designers coming into the fold and reacting to what they're seeing and reading there, following the direction of the buyer. That's the crowd pressure that's in play.